Do you know that you're influential in certain areas of life? Do you know that your word has some power and authority over certain people? In this video, I'll be telling you just how influential you may be without quite realizing it.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.
Hello fellow Inspirers, welcome to Inspira Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. I'm happy to be here with you today. Today I'll be talking about how everyone is influential to some extent or the other. Do you know that you have some influence? Do you know that no matter what you have achieved in life, small or big as it may be, you have some influence in life? Today I'll be telling you how you may be influencing things without quite realizing it. Before I begin, let me tell you what inspired this topic. I visited a certain school and some members of the school administration were having an argument. They were talking about certain things that affected the students and how the students were expressing their dissatisfaction. And then after they had argued for a while, they said, let's call somebody in the junior class. And so they said, who do we call? They just picked a random name and sent for the person. The child came. This child is not older than 11, 12 years old. The child came and they asked the child the one question they had already been debating on. And the child said, yeah, I think this is what we want. I prefer this, I prefer that. And they said, okay, you can go. And that child walked away. As he was walking away, I stared at him because I had sat there for a while and I had heard the adults, the administrators having this argument, a heated one, for over 30 minutes. When this child walked in, this child gave them his opinion, and then that matter was solved immediately. What he said stood. He didn't realize it. He left. He was a child. He didn't even know the import of what he had just done and how he had influenced the decision of the people there. The administrators became calm. Immediately he left and they said, that's it. We'll go with that. That boy became a voice for his classmates. He became a voice for the student body without realizing it. That was an 11 or 12-year-old. He did not even know what he did. But I saw what he did. I saw how much influence his opinion had on that set of people who were already having a heated argument before he came in. And it was solved. The argument was dissolved. The decision was taken based on what this little boy had said. And then it occurred to me that really, to some extent or the other, we have different levels of influence. We have some levels of influence, but sometimes we feel that we are nobodies. We feel that nobody knows us, or we need to have a big name, or we need to have some popularity before we can influence anything. But it's not quite true. This is a child. He's a child. He's not even a teenager yet. He's not even 13. And yet he had influence on these administrators. And this thing that he said was something they were going to implement for the whole school based on what this child said. Now, why did they take the opinion of the child? I will tell you why they took the opinion of the child. It was because he didn't know what was at stake. That was one. And number two was that this child had no reason to lie. He just came, said what he preferred, and they were like, good idea, we buy it. And they felt that what he preferred was also something that the other students would prefer. And so they went with it because they had two options. And so this child picked one and they were like, it's neater, it's faster, it's more convenient, plus the student body probably like it since this child likes it. When we carry on like we have no influence, we don't quite realize that in some way we have influence. We have certain kinds of influence over things, over decisions. And when you come to realize that, you will now know that you're not just ordinary. You're not a random person. Your decisions carry weight. Your opinions carry weight. You have some authority in what you say. You have some authority in what you do. Giving your opinion is powerful. Voicing out your needs, your thoughts, your desires, your opinions on matters can be very powerful. And when you know this, Then I'm going to give you certain tips that you have to follow in order to ensure that that opinion of yours is not a selfish one. In order for you to ensure that that opinion of yours, if it is taken, if your word is taken as an authority, as the voice of the people, that it actually plays out well for everybody, not just you. That your opinion has a good influence on society, on other people around you. Whenever you have the opportunity to voice your opinion, you should make sure that you are not just thinking about yourself, but that is something that can apply to most, if not everybody else. So I'm going to give you several tips here on how you can ensure that your opinion is not just one that is good for only you, but is good for everybody else. If ever you get into a room where you have to give the opinion that will influence the decision that will be taken on behalf of everybody else. The first tip on how to give a very good opinion that will be good for everyone else is to give the true representation of things. State the way things are. If they tell you what is the situation, what is going on in your part of town, what is going on in your state, what is going on in your community, state the true representation of things. Say how things are. Don't sugarcoat it. Say it exactly as it is. You don't have to say it in a violent way. You don't have to say it in a degrading way. You don't have to say it in an angry way. Simply state it black and white. It is this. Without your bias, without any emotions, simply state it as it is. Plain and simple, this is what it is. For instance, someone says, so what are the roads like in your area? What is the road like in your city? What is it like in your town? What is it like in most parts of your state if you've been around most parts of your states? You say it's bumpy, or you say there are potholes. If they are good, you say they are good. However, there is one area that needs to be fixed. It's not in my vicinity, but it is 2 towns away. It needs to be fixed. Give the true representation of things, because you should not make it about you. Say how things are. Be plain, be honest, and always say something that can be easily verifiable. Something they can easily go and check, so that when they go and check it out, they will say, yeah, you said the truth. You said the truth, I believe you. You were not sugarcoating it. You were not telling lies. You simply stated things as they were. So always state things as they are. That is the very first thing. If your opinion is going to count, if your word is going to carry some authority and is going to help in the decision-making process. The second thing you need to know is that you are an ambassador and you should act accordingly. Don't just act randomly. Know that when you walk into that room, you are an ambassador for everybody in your community, for everybody in your state, for everybody in your town, and possibly for everybody in your country. You are an ambassador and you don't have to be appointed one. For the simple fact that they are going to ask you questions that relate to others, to the welfare of the larger crowd, it means you're an ambassador, and so you must represent the people well. You must act accordingly. You must carry yourself with that importance. It's not just an importance of arrogance or being full of airs. I mean, know that the responsibility you have is one you have to take very seriously. Take the responsibility seriously, because you are representing people. You are the mouthpiece of the people, and so you must represent them well. The third thing you need to do is to keep the needs of others in mind. Like I said before, it's not just about you. It's not about me, and what I want. It's about the people. It's about the larger population. It's about the thing that is the major. The majority is what you should focus on, and not the minority or your biases or your personal needs. What do most people want? What do we need fixed as a larger body? What do we need? Put the we before the me. Yes, put the we before the me. Stop thinking about yourself all the time. Stop worrying about, oh, what will I gain? Or what will I do? Or what will I benefit? Or let's see how I'm going to go there and get something out of this for myself. It's not about you. Like I said earlier, you are an ambassador. So keep the people in mind. Keep their needs in mind. Keep what they want in mind. And keep the opinion of the larger population in mind, because the opinion of the larger population is most probably what the whole community needs. That is what the whole community needs, and it's something that if you decide to go with that, even the minority will benefit from it. Even the minority who have a different opinion will in the long run benefit from it, because that is what most people want, and that is something that is good generally, not for a few, but for almost everybody. And so if it is good for majority, it is most likely going to be good for minority. Always weigh the pros and the cons. Look for something that if people find out that you were the decision maker, they would say thank you, they would applaud you, they would appreciate you for what you did, for what you chose. They would like your decision, the decision you made for the majority, the decision you made for the community. They will appreciate it. So always put the majority over the minority. Now, I want to say something. I want to be clear about this. I am not saying that you should go with the majority if they are saying something that is not going to be good. I'm saying if it is something that with your clear conscience, you can say this is a good thing. This is a good thing that will benefit everybody. That is where you choose the majority. But if the majority is doing something horrible, or wanting something horrible, or being selfish, that is not where you choose the majority. I just want to make it clear. I just want to sound that note, because you may say choose the majority, but the majority wants their own personal pocket or their own personal gain, so let's choose the majority. No. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying where you have two very good options that have great benefits each, and there are things that everybody will gain from, you can choose what the majority wants. Please let me re-echo that. Please let me re-emphasize, because it's not about saying I went with the majority because they're the majority. No. What does the majority want? If it is what is going to be good for everyone, then you can choose the majority. So these are tips that I've given you on how to ensure that if you ever are in a room where you have to be the decision maker, or your opinion is going to influence the decisions that will affect everybody else, these are guidelines you can use to decide on how to give your opinion so that you would influence people positively and in turn play your part towards making the world a better place. Decision making is not easy, and so if you are ever a decision maker, please choose accordingly, and remember that the voice of the people is the voice of God. Remember to do good no matter what office you are in, no matter how little your influence may be. Use it for the good of others, use it for the good of the world, use it to make things better, no matter how small your influence may be. And even if it's just for something as 5 minutes or 1 minute, because that little child was in there for less than a minute. He was there for like 30-40 seconds. He simply stated what he wanted and he was out, and the decision was taken instantly. So even if you have to be somebody who is going to influence decision making for as little as 30 seconds, ensure that you put the people first. Ensure that you make a decision, or you help make a decision that will be good for everybody involved. I hope this video has inspired you on how to choose and make better decisions that will make the world a better place. If this video has inspired you, if this video has helped you start rethinking how you give your opinions on decision making, please drop your comments below. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video and you would like to see more of such videos, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if it has inspired you. Also, please share this video with family, friends, and everyone so that they can be inspired by this video as well. Thank you very much for giving me your time. Thank you for spending time with me today. I enjoyed bringing this video to you, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central.